Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Waking Up with Soop and Sugah. I am your host, Soopkichen. With me today are my two beautiful co-hosts. We have Sugah Tits.
Hi.
And we have DJ Gao. How you doing, buddy?
How's it going?
All right.
I'm good. How are you?
All right. Sugah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
At your service, Guardian. Interaction resolved.
I'm a warlock.
Communication lost.
If you can see, I have some pretty awesome gauntlets that everyone was pretty jealous of for a while. Because, my RNG is pretty awesome. What can I say? 2 Lord of Wolves already.
Already.
Working on 3 and 4. Okay. We'll see what's up. But yeah.
All right. DJ, how's it going, buddy?
Good.
Good.
Ready to go.
Ready to go. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
As far as right now, I am rocking my Titan. I am ready to go kick some ass. Other than that, I'm pretty easy going.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, guys, this is first episode of our morning talk show. We are all a part of the Exit Clan. DJ and a couple other members found the Exit Clan a couple years ago, and Sugah and I have been with Exit for about going on 2 years now.
Yep.
A good group of people, and DJ inspires me somehow to get up at 5 in the morning every Tuesday.
I do.
Shower, get ready, and Destiny. So that has been a routine for quite a while now. We always seem to have pretty good and interesting conversations. We bust out a very good topic every now and then. And we want to make the transition to morning talk show. So yeah.
Some creatures of the hives
Tuesday mornings, reset. It's Reset Tuesday, and this is what we usually do. So we are now welcoming you into our Fire Team chat. You can hear our discussions. You can have your own opinions. Right now we are live on Twitch TV. Later this will go up on YouTube. So there you go. As far as the format of the show, we're gonna be news. We're gonna be not local news, international news. That's too much of a downer for the show. We're gonna do video game news. We're gonna do some movie news. We're gonna do a couple other segments, and we hope that you guys enjoy them. So we're gonna get started here, and obviously the first thing we are doing is we're playing a Nightfall, and Nightfall's got a couple new things thanks to this April update that happened. And how are we liking it? How's everyone liking this update?
I am liking it. I'm happy so far with what they've done.
Mm-hmm.
I like the new prison. I'm hoping the drops are better than what they used to be.
Okay.
In the Nightfall.
Yeah, I'm actually.
So we shall see.
Yeah, I'm enjoying myself in Prison of Elders. I've actually run it quite a bit this weekend, and I don't think I've ever had as much fun running low levels through something before. A friend of ours, Parker, she came in at what, 290, 298, 299, which is just under 300. And by the time the evening was over, she was 315. 315, wow. 316. And because you can finish these PoEs level 42, the Prison of Elders challenge, because you can finish them in about 15-20 minutes, even with a low light level, as long as you guys are communicating, you know what you're doing. Doesn't matter if the person's dying. There's no timer. You can go and revive that person whenever you want, which I think is fantastic. And it takes that stress out of having to stay alive for 30 seconds in order to revive someone. And I think that adds to the quality of this Prison of Elders. And the fact that you can just run it for 15 minutes and actually finish it and possibly get something good, I think is okay, because I think a lot of casual gamers They come home from work, and they got 15, 20 minutes before they got to start making food. They got 15, 20 minutes before they got to pick up the kids. So doing a Prison of Elders run with your buddies just real quick is a really, really neat activity to get in.
Yeah, with there being only 3 rounds in level 42, it's quick and efficient versus that 4th, 5th round that sometimes started to drag on a little bit.
And the fact that, if you don't want to concentrate on killing ads and making points, you can just concentrate on the bosses. Pop your 3 coins, go in there, you guys kill the boss, you see what you get. And
that's awesome too.
You don't have to complete it with the 30,000 points required to finish. And if you don't reach the points, they don't give you a penalty or anything, which I think is fantastic.
And you mentioned the quick revives. That's good too, instead of having to lay there for half a minute.
Yeah. Now they did extend the how long it takes to revive somebody. Have you guys noticed it? How do you guys feel about it? It feels like it's an extra 4 seconds. DJ hasn't noticed it.
I haven't noticed it.
I noticed it because I would run through people with my revives all the time. Because you can start holding down square, you can run to them, be holding down square, you maybe have to stop for like a second, and then continue to hold on square and you would have that revive, where now you have to be there.
Yeah, I feel like they've added maybe an extra 3-4 seconds to the timer. You definitely feel it when you're getting pegged by a cultiste or something else. But all in all, I don't think it hurt the game.
No, it didn't hurt. It just made you be a little more conscientious of your revive. Like, how often would you run in so quick, slide, revive your friend, and dip out of there when you knew the situation was very heated? But you're like, my health is strong enough, and I'll be able to get out of there. Where now, you do have to think a little more. Not much, just a tad. You gotta be conscientious. And it's really just because, they needed to make the balance elsewhere in the game, and so... But if you're a good player, you just keep going with it. You learn how to...
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how long this lasts. If you're playing other games, I'm sure that'll still last you maybe 2, maybe 3 months. 3 months is a little bit of a stretch, but I feel it could be done if you don't binge it too much if you're playing something else. But if this is all you're playing, then you'll probably get to 335, in a couple weeks. 2, 3, maybe even less.
I thought it'll take longer than a couple weeks, but...
I mean, if you're playing every day and you're on here for 10, 12 hours,
there are people who are already
and also if you're just throwing money at the screen, to quote Luke Smith, then you've already got your taken armor set. You got your whole set, and you probably have your dance emote too, your little taken jig.
I do love the new Elaine Bennis dance. That's awesome.
But yeah, if this is the only game that you're playing, then this content update just isn't enough to feed you. It's at best an appetizer. So I think there goes Guy. I think it's great for a free update. There was a lot of great stuff. Prison of Elders 41, 42. The quests were a little lackluster. I felt they were too quick. The barracks mission was literally go down and investigate and see Malak for the first time, and then it was collect Malak's the essence of Malak, which you could do anywhere, which wasn't like specific to the story. You could go back to a previous mission, you can go back to the Dreadnought, you go back to we did Blighted Coven on Earth.
Thank you.
And you just have to kill Taken and collect shards, and then that basically sends you, once you've collected the shards, that basically sends you to the new mission on the moon. Now the new strike on the moon. And then that's it. So there's only 2 parts to the story mission, and then it throws you straight into the strike. As far as story, I felt a little underwhelming. They're taking her around. They didn't really explain where Malak came from.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all good. Where Malak has been. Or who, or
True.
if Malak is of his own fruition, or if Malak is being controlled by someone else. Because obviously, I think for a lot of us, the question is, we've defeated Oryx. Why are the Taken still around? So I think a new Taken bad guy coming out after you've defeated the boss is something that people are going to question. So
I'm still questioning Eris's motives.
Still questioning Eris's motives. Yeah. And it's all just they didn't have to give us a whole storyline for it. But they could have given us a snippet. They could have given us one of those one of those conversations that they have with you over the ghost while you're doing your mission. It didn't have to be a cinematic story experience, but I felt it needed a little more story. As far as the Archon Priest, I haven't tried it yet. I haven't hit the Archon Priest yet. I've actually been I've played the Heroic Strikes. A couple times I've jumped in. I've been in there for maybe 40 minutes, hour at a time, before someone wants to do something and I hop out. But I haven't gotten the new Archon Priest. I know, Gao, for you, the hope today was that it would be the Nightfall, because they did give us some lock week 1.
I did want that as the Nightfall.
But I guess we'll wait and see. And I haven't seen the new shotgun either. That new Taken shotgun. That beauty.
I haven't seen it either.
That has remained elusive. But as far as the only new exotic, the
Zen Meteor.
The Zen Meteor. Yeah, our buddy
I got that
here,
first day.
He got that first day. It was a DJ. The first 30 minutes of the gameplay.
Yeah, not even.
Not even. Look at that. Doesn't play Destiny for months. Hops back in. Gets the new exotic. It was the only new exotic. A couple of exotics from year 1 were brought back. But that was the only new one. How do you guys feel about that?
Not happy about that. I am happy that they brought back my my gauntlets that I like from my Titan, my feedbacks.
The AC/DC feedbacks.
Yes, those were my main go-to for my Titan. I love those. I'm glad to see those back. But yeah, I was disappointed there wasn't anything else.
Yeah, I'm glad to see the Patience and Time come back.
Yep.
I remember, oh my god, I remember when Destiny first came out. The first exotic I got dropped was a fusion rifle, the Plan C fusion rifle. And I was a little disappointed because I wanted Patience and Time. And I would wake up every Friday morning at like 6 a.m. and look at my phone and I'd be like, what does there have? And it would be like, oh, Icebreaker, I don't want that. And at this point, you'd only been playing Destiny for 2-3 weeks. So you only have like 26 strange coins saved up. And, it's like, oh, Icebreaker, I don't want that. I'm saving all my coins for when Patience and Time comes out. And Patience and Time finally came out, and I got that gun, and I used it for a ton of year 1. The going invisible was amazing. And I remember I was like a little kid saving up for a toy. I was like, I'm gonna save all my coins for this. And I did, and when I got it, it was great. So to see it come back, I immediately went and I pulled it off the wall. I went to the kiosk and I pulled it out. A part of me wanted to wait to get it dropped, just for the excitement of getting a drop, a drop that you've been waiting for, because since the Galathorn, a lot of people haven't been, waiting for anything as far as drops. I'm down. Sure, it can be. Oh,
shoot!
It's all good.
I just got blasted.
It's all good. Since the Galacorn, people haven't been expecting a drop. All the other exotics from the Taken King have been quest oriented, so you kind of expect them at the end of a quest, and it's something you're working towards. Where before it was a maybe and a knife ball. But I completely ignored that, and I went and I took it off the wall, and I got something from the Prison of Elders that was 321, and that was the first thing that I infused. And I'm using it, patience and time. I'm using it on my Titan, and with my bubble, I pop a bubble with Weapons of Light, and then Crucible, and then I start sniping, and I like it. I like it a lot. I know for you, Sugah, the experience has been. Year one, you never got any Queen's weapons. Neither did I. Year one, you got. Yeah, but you had the one from. We didn't even have any of the exotics. You had the one from.
The exotics.
Yeah, the exotics. No Lord of Wolves, no Queen's. What is it? The Queen's.
Queensbreaker's Bow.
Queensbreaker's Bow, and then there's the Dreg's Promise.
Yep.
Same thing for me. Year one, Prison of Elders. I never touched one. I never got one. And now you can get them. Now you can get them, and they'll just drop for you. You won't be able to pull them off the kiosk with the blueprint.
Nope.
So that's a little exciting if you haven't gotten it. If you haven't gotten it and you get a Lord of Worlds for the first time, and you're like Sugah did, you get 2 for the first time, and you get super excited, and I want that feeling back. That was one of the best parts about Destiny. And part of it has to do with my bad RNG, because, Sugah just sits there and takes it all. But, I'm not, when I get exotic loot, I don't really get that excited, as pumped as I did, year one.
Now it's basically what kind of numbers are you going to get dropped so that you can infuse it with something you like.
Yeah, now you're just looking for infusion material. So, so do you guys think had they brought out 6 new exotic items instead of just the one, you think that would have brought back that feeling a little more?
Well, I don't know about 6, but I think there could have been other things that they came out with that would have added that excitement.
Mm-hmm.
At least one heavy, one primary, one special. That would have been cool. Along with bringing back some of the older stuff that you liked and upgraded it. That was cool. Mm-hmm. Like that Macedonian helmet for the Titan. Awesome. The feedbacks. The Sunbreakers for the Warlock. Oops, I'm down. That was nice to have those come back.
Yeah, it's nice to have those come back. And yeah, maybe
the new round of Queen's weapons. What are they, black and purple?
Yeah, the new Queen's weapons look real cool.
That's kind of cool. I do like the way they did Prison of Elders. The scoring, adding up the score. That's kind of cool. I like that.
The score is cool. Yeah. The score is completely awesome. I've actually heard a comment where someone said, "This score thing is so awesome. Why don't they add it to raids?" And I think the scoring system works best in the Prison of Elders because it is more of that wave-based survival type mode, where you want to try to beat your best score. I don't think it would suit. I don't think it would suit a raid or a strike.
No, I don't think so either.
But I think they did perfect for the Prison of Elders. I think
they could have came out with.
God.
I think they should have came out with more material than just a new strike.
Just one new strike.
Yeah, they should have
revamped.
Yeah, because this is supposed to carry us over till next year, is it not?
Well, they have more material for us updated to come out in the fall. So we should be seeing glimpses of that stuff this summer during E3. So come a couple months, we'll be getting a glimpse of some new Destiny stuff, and then hopefully by September, we'll be playing the new content.
Right.
And until
I wish they would have.
Go ahead.
I wish they would have brought us more Nightfall maps besides the same ones over and over, and over and over. It's like all we're doing is fighting the Saber, fighting the Flares, and fighting Alacool, or Alacool or whatever. You know, there should have been a bigger variety of Nightfall maps. They should have at least done that.
Yeah. Yeah, then they've got a couple more events. They got Iron Banner and stuff like Sparrow Racing and the Crimson Doubles lined up from the live teams. Will it be enough for a whole summer? If this is all you're playing, then no. Then the Iron Banners every other week or every month, and then the little special events that they do.
Is it the same maps on the racing, or is it new maps?
They haven't confirmed whether racing is coming back or not. I'm hoping they do, and they said if they do, they would do new maps, which is why I'm hoping that they do. It'd be nice to see something on the moon, something on Earth, maybe the Cosmodrome. Maybe give us a new area. Maybe give us, the swamps of old Chicago in racing. We don't even have to go there as a patrol. Just give us a glimpse in racing.
Yeah, some kind of NASCAR version on the Rings of Saturn would be cool. 500 laps, all-day event, pit cruise.
Pit cruise. We got Varix
just something different.
With the 4 arms on my crew. But yeah, definitely something different. Along with this update, and this set of wonderful new things, we've also ran into a couple of issues. Last week, certain weekly rewards, including legendary engrams and sterling treasures, weren't available for people in their Postmaster.
I was one of them.
And you were one of them. They went ahead and they fixed that. They pulled out a small update on Monday yesterday, and they went ahead and they fixed that. And they give sterling silver to people. There was also an issue, and this one they probably won't fix, or I'm not sure if they fixed it yet. I'd have to check it out. There's an issue where if you leave what you're doing before the reward screen pops up, you miss out on your rewards. So if you hit orbit before the timer comes down, you miss out on whatever it is you were gonna get. Now I know, Gao, in your instance, it's probably like 324 shitty ghosts that you don't need.
Right. As I always get.
As you always get, but yeah.
It's the left side.
But that was, I see it. That was a problem. Another problem, which is a big one for Sugah, was if you hadn't previously, let's say you created a character and you did some of the story, but you didn't patrol the Dreadnought on that new character, you got locked out of the new story missions. You couldn't get the two new story missions from Varix.
Yeah, remember on my Hunter, what was it, last week? Yeah, it was last week when I think like the Warlock had done everything, the Titan had done everything, and it was like later in the week it was I just don't know. All of a sudden we go to do it on the Hunter. And remember I forgot to pick it up, so I did it backwards, and so it kind of made it feel like I couldn't pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Heads up.
So that was a glitch, and yeah, we'll see if they fix that this week. No word of it yet. So and then there were also instances where let's see. Oh. The Nightfalls were dropping year 1 engrams for the first week of the new update. So a lot of people weren't getting that new sweet loot.
Well, I guess this is the true test. We're doing a new Nightfall. You know, it's already been, the game's been out a week. We're doing a new Nightfall. Let's just see what the drops are. I'm really curious. You know, if I get another 310, 320 ghosts, I'm going to be like, it's the same thing over and over again.
All right. So it is 7:40 our time here. Sugah, the dedicated gamer she is, she's also very dedicated to life itself. So Sugah's actually going to be leaving us here. DJ and I will be continuing this mad maze. And Sugah, before you leave here, could you? Where can people find you?
Oh, at Delaware.
At Delaware?
Yeah. I do a lot of different stuff, but primarily I like work with costumes and set design, and I work with food stores, so it's all. I'm also a teacher. Do a lot of different teaching stuff. So,
Awesome.
All right.
So at Adela Red.
So yeah, guys, go ahead, go to Instagram. Plenty of pictures up there, so you can see what she's doing. At Adela Red on Instagram. And if you guys want to maybe dabble a little bit on the Facebook, Adela Red is also on Facebook. Great costumes. She does this Petra cosplay. That looks pretty awesome. And a couple Division cosplays coming later. So
I was gonna make a run for it, but you went down, so I'm gonna wait because we gotta go to the left.
Get 'em and then we'll go.
Yeah. Let's see if I can switch to my. All right, get ready, Soop.
I'm ready.
All right, let's just go left and get out of here.
Let's go. So yeah, so hopefully they'll fix all these glitches and Destiny will be 100%. I know it's not going to be 100% for everybody. Hopefully it'll be pretty damn close.
Okay. Oh, I didn't make it.
All right, I made it, buddy. So I tell you.
Yeah, just keep going.
Harris, why does Oryx have a prison?
Prison is the wrong term. He holds his
There you go.
victims, tortures them, then renders them down into chitin for his ships.
Alright, cool.
Chitin. Lovely.
I'm looking forward to something like Crimson Doubles again. Very excited. I think the live team has a lot of support, and they're doing a pretty good job of keeping us interested, at least for a week at a time. So yeah. There's also some Star Wars news, Star Wars Battlefront. I know we haven't touched it in a while. I actually hopped on not too long ago, just for fun, you know. Star Wars, because it is solely a multiplayer game and there is no story to it. It's
Bummer about that.
But it's definitely a lot of fun to just hop in and do, just for real quick. So
Nothing left now.
So they've got a couple updates coming in. They had a couple before. They for the season pass for the first DLC content, they added a new hero and a new villain. I don't know if you saw this, guys. They added to the Empire. They added Greedo, so you can play as Greedo. And to the Rebel Alliance, they added God, for the life of me, I can't remember his name. Neeb Noom, I think it is. I'm sure there's a Star Wars fanboy right now yelling at me. I'm usually that fanboy too. But for the life of me right now, this early, I can't remember it. Is he? And so yeah, this the character, it's a very scarcely known character. if you're one of the nerds, like I am, that pays attention to the characters in the movies in the original trilogy, and characters that they, because this character was not only in the original trilogy, but they brought him back for the Force Awakens. And he's a pretty good X-wing pilot, so they brought him into the mix. But a lot of people were disappointed because he wasn't an iconic hero like Yoda.
Ooh.
Shoot. So now, because they're giving the rebels an iconic character now. They're giving us. You guys want to take a guess at who you're going to be able to play as before I tell you guys here?
Oh, it's the rebels. A new guy.
Yes, new Rebel Alliance guy. What do you think is going to be?
Chewbacca.
Chewie.
That we can play as.
Yeah, you can play as.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Chewie.
You gonna say Chewie? Sugar, you got a guess? No. That's all good. It's all good. It's Lando Calrissian. We'll be able to play as Lando. Yes. So come June, we'll be able to play as Lando Calrissian in Heroes versus Villains, and in other hero modes on Battlefront. As for who the Empire is getting, they are getting the bounty hunter Dengar. They're like, who's Dengar? Yeah, that's what people that play the Rebel Alliance were saying a couple months ago when we got our hero. Dengar is a bounty hunter, one of the bounty hunters on the Star Destroyer in Episode 7 that's lined up with Boba Fett. So yeah,
okay,
that's who,
I know.
So that's who the Empire will be playing while we're rocking Lando Calrissian. I'm hoping they give us.
Oh man, stuck right up on me.
Yeah, should have been Chewie.
I would have liked to have been Chewie.
Yeah, with that bowcaster, I know.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Hopefully they'll do Chewie. I mean, expectations were really high for. Not EA owns the Star Wars franchise as far as video gaming goes. All the gaming rights. Hopefully, Disney will do a little something about that. Oh,
what? No. Oh, how'd you get me?
Disney hasn't done bad with games. They've done a couple of good games. Ooh.
I mean, it is good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it is good. There could have been just so much more.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, they dropped the ball where you could have been a stormtrooper during the first 3 movies. Damn, you got me.
Sugar, I can get up.
So yeah, that was definitely a ball drop. But I'm excited for Lando. Fun. The sound quality is amazing. It looks amazing. And
it's very nostalgic.
It's very nostalgic, and every time I pop it in, and I'm in an X-wing or I'm a rebel guy shooting down some stormtroopers, I get really giddy, and I'm like a little kid watching Star Wars for the first time again. It's all so bright and so amazing. And then once you get into those walkers and all, I just wish they had a little more. But we'll see. EA owns the Star Wars franchise as far as video gaming goes. All the gaming rights. Hopefully, Disney will do a little something about that. Oh,
what? No. Oh, how'd you get me?
Disney hasn't done bad with games. They've done a couple of good games. Ooh.
I mean, it is good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it is good. There could have been just so much more. Oh,
definitely. Yeah, they dropped the ball where you could have been a stormtrooper during the first 3 movies. Damn, you got me.
Sugar, I can get up.
So yeah, that was definitely a ball drop. But I'm excited for Lando. Space pimp with a cape. I hope they give us that Cloud City Lando Calrissian with the blue cape. That was the look.
Yeah.
Who knows? They might give us Return of the Jedi Lando Calrissian, where he takes Han Solo's clothes and he's wearing them. So we'll see which one we get. I'm hoping for the cape though. I really want to walk around with a cape and a blaster. So I'm excited for that. In other news here, in other video game news, Psyonix, the developer behind Rocket League. Rocket League, really fun game. It's like it mixes soccer with racing. You're basically playing soccer with cars out on the field. And this was a game that was developed by Psyonix, and it was put out for PlayStation members free a couple months back. And it was very successful. It's a lot of fun. A lot of people play it. They love it. The DLCs are great. They've added, for example, different cars like the Batmobile with their DLC. So it's been a pretty much widely popular game. Well, Psyonix has announced, guys, that Rocket League is coming to physical form. Good job, guys, on that call. Rocket League will be coming out on for the consoles on discs. You'll be able to walk into the store, buy yourself a copy of Rocket League, and the great thing is it'll come with all the current DLC, and it'll come with 4 new cars. So on top of all the old and good stuff that has been around, you're gonna get some new stuff, and I think that's pretty solid. DJ, you ever play Rocket League? You ever see any Rocket League gameplay? Okay.
No.
Tons of fun. Looks great. It was one of those games that I was a little upset that I missed out on. At the moment, not having a PS4.
Alright, true test here.
Oh, look at those ghost shells though. 315. Ghost shells, baby. You and me, we got ghost shells. 315, honey. You and me. Yeah. Look at they match. I got a
330 1,000-yard stare.
330,000. Hey, that's actually a really nice roll there.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
I'm disappointed seeing 2 ghosts, so.
Yeah. I think 1 ghost is too many, but 2 ghosts is ridiculous. I wouldn't be mad. You know, it would be different if the ghost was above light level, 328. But it's 315. What am I gonna do with 315?
Yeah, but it's a ghost.
Again, if it was 328, I wouldn't be mad.
They shouldn't even be in there, man. They shouldn't even be in there.
Yeah.
Or if they are, it should be one version of 330 or whatever. That's it. But they should also throw in faction, like a Dead Orbit ghost or a New Monarchy ghost, or But
faction ghosts, I like that. Yeah.
But just it's just disappointing. It is. It's like
Oh yeah, I get you.
I'm speechless. Don't know what to say.
Dude. So other video game news we got here, The Division and its incursions. The Division went through an update same day as Destiny, and Division is Division is a game that Axel also plays and is involved in. So when it's funny, when the update came out, yes, we did play some Division, and we actually played a lot of Division the day of, because the Destiny update didn't come out until noon. The Destiny update on the 12th, April 12th, didn't come out until noon. So for that whole morning, we were playing Division, because that Division update was done. It was done and installed by 4 in the morning.
Overnight. Put your game on rest mode, you woke up and it was there.
But a lot of people, especially in Exit Clan, once that Destiny update was done, that's where they went. And much like those people, this is where I've stayed. I have hopped back into the Division to do a couple dailies, get some Phoenix marks and stuff.
Yeah, me too, but
Yeah,
this
Sugah.
game keeps calling me.
Yeah, he does keep calling. Sugah hit 30 in the division.
30. Finally.
Yay!
Been done. And it even was a process. So remember our internet went out when we were trying to get me to 30 that one time?
Yes.
And then yesterday I was trying to get to 30 and I couldn't even log in. It took like 10-15 minutes for me to be able to log in.
Yeah.
Life didn't want to happen, but it's done. I'm at what, 126 already?
126 gear score already.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Because Dave and Soop were with me, so it worked out well. They were, we would do a bunch of stuff. The bosses guaranteed gold, and so then anything they didn't need, they would just drop. So it helped. It helped.
Yeah, so a lot of the reason we got her up there to that 126 gear score was because you can share items now. If you got it within the last hour, you can drop it, and anyone on your fire team can pick it up. So we would run missions. We run daily missions. Of course, we would get golds because it's a guaranteed gold now for named bosses. So of course you would get golds, but we necessarily either they would drop what the stat that we were looking to increase, be it health or tech or whatever. So we just drop it. We would just drop it and we give it to Sugah, and because she had gear with no rating, no armor rating, the minute she put that on, she increased so much, and she went literally from 0 to 126 in, was it 4 missions? 4 missions? 4 hard missions.
We probably did, like 4 or 5.
We did the 2 dailies, and then we did the police station twice, and that's how that worked. I feel like had we done another 2 times, we could have gotten her up to the point where we could have done an incursion. But it was getting late in the night, and
I was hungry.
Hunger calls. But yeah, I think that's cool. I think in a world where people are playing more than one video game, and they have to worry. People worry. I'm not gonna lie. People worry about keeping up with their friends.
True.
People worry that they're gonna hop in and they won't be able to play with their buddies because they're not at the required light level or gear level or
right.
So for the division to do something where you can just drop the gear you don't need, your buddy picks it up and he's up there with you, amazing. Something that Bungie might want to consider for Destiny.
Here's something else Bungie might want to consider. Why are they not selling exotic shards anymore?
Oh, Xur's not selling exotic shards anymore. I'm guessing it has to do with the 3 of coins. I'm guessing the fact that you can get more exotics with 3 of coins, they kind of factored that evens out for not having any more exotic shards. But I do agree with you. They should have exotic shards. It is something that I used to spend my strange coins on. Especially at this point.
I just had to get rid of a weapon that I like to get a shard, so I can just upgrade something right now.
Yep.
So.
But yeah, and then these new incursions. I haven't tried the incursion yet. Have you tried the incursion, DJ?
Yes, but not the whole thing.
Not the whole thing. Not legit either. Correct?
Not legit is the word I want to use.
And which is where we're headed with this story. So the new update dropped, and there's a glitch for the incursion, and people were glitching it, getting that high gear right away. I was playing Destiny. I didn't get to take a look at the glitch. I did hear about the glitch. I didn't try the glitch. So I heard about it. A lot of people doing it. That's how the Dark Zone predators become what they are. They farm the glitches, and then they're out there in the Dark Zone hunting people down.
Predators is a good word too.
Yeah.
By the way, good choice of words, because it kind of sucks for people that are trying to check out the game, and they get cremated by 5 guys.
Right? They get they get into the update and they're like, oh, let me go to the safe houses in the Dark Zone. Let's see what new gear there is. But you can't even walk into a safe house because there's a group of 5 guys out there camping it out, waiting for you to be there.
Or you're like, yay, look at this, I got something gold. Oh, it's cool. Let me go extract it. And you get completely myrtleized, and they steal your stuff, and then just stand there and laugh at you and walk away. And you're like, man,
Yeah.
not cool.
So it's left a little bit of an unbalanced issue, I guess, in the Division community. Those who are trying hard to do the incursion the right way, those who don't know how to glitch, or those who don't want
Which
to
is
glitch.
pretty hard, I hear.
So, yeah,
it's a pretty hard thing to do.
It's pretty hard, and
the
they took it back. It's like Destiny Nightfall, where if the team dies, you guys start at the beginning. There is no checkpoint for the incursions.
Nope.
Which, when I read, I got ecstatic about, because I miss Nightfalls, the way you used to die and then go back to orbit if you guys
where there was a consequence. Yeah.
Yeah. The safety net, I guess, is okay for casual gamers, but I don't know. I think even the casual gamers like that, not having that safety net there. I think even that's fun for them. So, but yeah, hopefully Massive will fix this glitch, so people aren't glitching the incursion anymore. But at this point, it's been a week. Anyone who's going to do it has already done it. They've either called off work and they're home all day, or just running the incursion over and over again. Or they've done it. They've got the gear. So if you fix it now, the only people you're hurting are the people who are running it legit, and the people who are in the dark zone getting murdered. The people who are trying to get gear. So yeah. Those are the only. It's people. You know what? If fix it. Maybe a couple predators out there. We're working. A couple of nurses that like to troll the dark zone had 48-hour shifts. But yeah, I feel like even at this point the damage is done. The blunt force of the knife has been taken, and it's it's all bleed damage from here. So
I gotta get going. I gotta go to work.
Gotta get going. Gotta go to work.
Gotta go to work.
No, we understand it. You gotta make that money for life.
It's true, DJ. I'll be on. No, probably not tomorrow before work, but definitely Thursday and Friday for raid. Because I can't get them done today or tomorrow. I won't be home. I got home around like. So you're usually off by then, DJ.
Maybe Thursday.
Oh, Thursday sounds good.
So.
Yes. Okay, DJ. I'll see you later.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, guys.
Bye, baby.
Have a good one.
Have a good one, babe. Good day at work.
You too.
And then there were two. And then it was DJ Gao and Soopkichen. That's right. Come here, give me some sugar. Sugar giving me some sugar. All right, I'm gonna switch over characters, and then perhaps some prison. Perhaps prison is in order. Titan, Warlock, so hard to choose. It's not. Titan it is. Reef is where I'm headed, so I can pick up those bounties and my city. I'd like to thank everyone who's tuning in. If you're tuning in right now, wherever you're tuning in from, be it Twitch, be it YouTube, thank you. Appreciate your support.
Okay,
And
I'm back. I'm sorry.
it's all good. And I hope that we can do
Okay.
this for a long time. So we'll see how it goes. DJ, while you were away,
Yes.
Sugah has left, off to
Oh
work.
no.
It's
Goodbye, sugar.
yeah, Sugah's gone. Too bad team back.
Okay.
Um,
We can always bring someone in. I know I want to switch characters and
um,
run through this again.
yep, I've already switched. I'm on my Titan, and I'm headed to the outpost to pick up my bounties.
Okay, so I will go Warlock, I guess.
All
Since
right.
we're a two-man team, I'll go Warlock.
Now I'm looking at my
Oh,
list
sorry.
here, and I got Ozone, you know, on. I think he's the only person I have on. If he's doing
Let me
anything.
check my list too.
Oh, he's doing Nightfall already. Doing Nightfall.
Okay, let me check my list. And I'll get to you in just a second. We got...
Many fights await. Goodbye, God.
Got a rank 2 package on my Titan, so I'm rank 2 now. Ferrex on my Titan. Think I'm moving up.
What can I do?
Oh, can't pick up the Petra bounties because I don't think I'm ranked up enough for her. But I can pick up my sigil and these bounties. Would you want to get a daily Crucible, or one of the weekly Crucible matches in, so we can get Sterling Silver?
Sure, hang on just a second.
Yeah, of course. So the last piece of video game news that we have here for this week, this Tuesday, April 26th.
Okay, that sounds good. And hang on just a second.
Sounds good.
I took this staff long ago from Devil Captain Badges.
Okay, now I'm back.
Yeah, of course, it's all good.
Right. But I did want to do a little bit of infusing here real quick before we...
Yeah, go ahead. While you're infusing, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the last piece of video game news that we have for this week. Red Dead Redemption. There's a leak out there. There's an image. There's a map. That is said to be the map for Red Dead Redemption 2. For the game that's coming out. Of course, by developer Rocksteady. Who did not Rocksteady? I'm sorry. Is it? Yeah, it's Rocksteady, isn't it?
Rocksteady, yes.
Rocksteady. Rockstar's the drink.
Yes.
I'm fucking it up. Who also did the GTA's? Did you ever play the first Red Dead Redemption?
Yes and no, yeah, kind of.
So they picked it up for a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. But Kyle, my son, really liked it.
Really liked it. Good game. So you heard good things.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I played the shit out of the first one. Actually, I walked into a GameStop summers ago, and I started with the zombie version of that game.
Yes.
And I didn't even really know about. Well, I kind of knew about Red Dead Redemption. I had read an article previous where Guillermo del Toro, director of Pacific Ocean, Crimson Peak, he was making a video game, and they had asked him.
Pacific Rim.
Yeah, Pacific Rim and Crimson Peak.
Okay.
They had asked him what his. Yeah, good movie. Director does great movies. They had asked him what his what his favorite video game was, and he said, I'm playing Red Dead Redemption. He says, I really like it, the Western cowboy feeling. And at first it didn't really appeal to me. When I was reading the article, I was like, yeah, Western cowboy. And then, years later, I go to GameStop, and I get the zombie version used, and it's a ton of fucking fun. And I'm out there, I'm Western style, fucking popping these zombies and getting on horses and lassoing zombies, and it felt really fucking cool. I got so into that game that I got everything on Xbox. I went out and I looked for the Yeti. I found the Chupacabra. I found all the horses, because you get the 4 horses of the apocalypse.
Sweet.
So I got all of that. I unlocked all of that stuff, and then later I played Red Dead Redemption 1. You ready, buddy?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I was just listening.
Yeah, I got you. And then later on, I picked up Red Dead Redemption and I played it, and because I had played the zombie version, I was like, wow, this is like the zombie one but with people, and I was like, awesome. And then all the stuff that you got in the second game, you had to progress through in the first game. So all those quick shot skills and stuff that you automatically got because the Undead one was a sequel to the first. You had to work through, which I thought was great, that you had to actually unlock stuff. Hi, Beers. That you actually had to unlock stuff. So I thought that was really cool. So I've been excited when oh no, the weekly is Inferno Rumble. We can't do it.
Oh, you have to go in separately.
Yeah, but I tell you what we can do for some Sterling Treasure, the 41 Prison of Elders, because it's match made. And it's 41.
Already?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So we'll get our Sterling Silver anyway. So yes, I've been really excited to hear that number 2 is coming out. Yeah. Sounds good. You let me know.
I have to do my. I just helped my gorgeous wife get going here at 9:30, and then I'm good to go.
Yep, of course. Hopefully we'll be done by then. Yeah, so I've been really excited, and I saw the map. I saw the leaked map. It looks pretty cool. It looks detailed. It's detailed to the first map. It's even got some more areas. So I'm excited. If this is the map for the game, it's going to be a bigger game than the first one, and I'm going to enjoy exploring it. And I really, really hope this sounds like every person's nightmare, but I really hope that after they make the second game, they come out with a zombie version to the second game. It would just be rehashing the first game again with zombies.
I'm sure they would. I'm sure they're going to follow the Black Ops thing where they also have zombie versions in each of their games. So I'm sure they might do that.
Because that old Western zombie, that is just very entertaining. That is too entertaining. Let me tell you, being on a horseback and shooting some zombies down from on a horse feels good. Those guns feel really good too.
Lassoing one is even better.
Yeah, and dragging them around. Yeah, that is so much fun. So,
use them as a bowling ball through other ones.
Yeah, so a lot of fun here. So I'm really excited. Yeah, I hope that leak is good.
I'm excited. I saw screenshots, or one or two screenshots actually, of a new God of War.
Oh, God of War.
But it's set against the Viking gods.
Nice.
fighting Odin and Thor. I mean, how cool would that be?
That, yeah.
For Kratos to get Thor's hammer.
I like that.
I really like that because I'm a big God of War fan.
I'm a huge God of War fan to the point
Huge.
where the gamer tag is DJJ Gao, and that Gao at the end is for God of War.
It is. It is.
So, yeah, I played God of War. I played the first one. Jesus fuck, on the PS2. Was that game fucking hard towards the end? Once you get into the end of that game, it gets fucking hairy. There were times when I fucking tossed that controller.
It's, to this day, my favorite boss battle's been when the Hydra.
The Hydra in the beginning, yep.
It just the music and all the action you were going through, and then this big giant Hydra head starts coming out of the water. And when it roars, everything just goes silent except for the roar, and it like echoed through the whole world. It seemed like you're like, oh my god.
I still have my copy of God of War, and I have my save file on my memory card. Precious hours in the summer.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
Just, what a game! Good storyline.
Yeah, good storyline.
Narrator,
good characters. You know,
I'm just waiting for the movie.
Just waiting for the movie, and hope they don't fuck it up.
Yeah. If they stick with the game one, they won't mess it up.
They won't mess it up. I know. Then I played 2. 2 was good. 2 was pretty fucking solid. I remember. 2 was amazing. And then
2 was good.
Yeah,
the
3
new effects. When 3 came out, they introduced the zipper effects.
Now 3 came out for the PS3, so I never played 3. That's what
made me get a PS3. That's what made me get the PS3 at the time, was because of the God of War 3.
See,
and that new zipper effect when you gutted a Centurion. That was bad.
It was badass. I went the other way with it.
That was awesome.
I went Xbox. because of Halo. So I went 360. You know, for me, it was Halo 3. You know, Halo 3, we gotta get an Xbox 360 and a fucking 24 case of Mountain Dew. That Mountain Dew Livewire with the Master Chief on the can.
I remember that. I just could never go Xbox though. For some reason, I could just never go.
It started on PlayStation 1 for me, and then I went Xbox, and then Halo did it for me. Halo was a big one. That just it drew me into the console, like, you know, before. That's
how God of War was with me too. I mean, that just drew me in. Oh, TJ wants party. Like, we can get TJ in here.
Yeah, probably in a second after this. I'll send him a message in a minute.
All right.
But yeah. So that was all good. Just first-person shooter, you know, the experience.
Yeah.
Was awesome, and I started off by playing Halo at a video game store, at a Game Crazy, back when there was Game Crazies in Hollywood Videos. And then I played there, and then I was like, I want this. I want to be able to do this at home. So, I asked my parents for an Xbox, and I got one for my birthday, and that was great. And one of the first games I got was Halo, and also Soul Calibur. Because on Xbox, I remember for each console they gave you an exclusive character. For the PS3, it was Hahachi from the Tekken series. For the GameCube people, it was... I'm sorry, PS2, not PS3. The PS2 was Hahachi. For the GameCube, it was Link from Zelda. And then for the Xbox, you got Spawn. And that was so cool to me. So, and you would start whipping out those chains and start kicking people's asses. So that was a lot of fun.
That's funny too, because I think on the Soul Calibur version for PS3, you were Kratos.
Yeah, for PS3 you were Kratos, and then for the if I'm not mistaken, that was when for Xbox 360 they got Yoda. So it was like get Kratos or get Yoda. you know. So
Oh,
I
was
went.
that the GameCube version?
Or maybe that was 5. Maybe that was Soul Calibur 5 that had Yoda. I could have my Soul Caliburs mixed up. But yeah, I stayed with Xbox, and then I got a PS2. I had a PS2 after PS3 came out, and I got mine used at GameStop, and I got one of the thin ones for retro reasons, so I can go back and play some of those games that I would play. Because even though I didn't own a PS2 and I own an Xbox, what I would do is I would buy PS2 games and then just borrow the PS2 from my buddy, and then he would borrow the Xbox, and then I'd get to play those games. So I'd get like the Kingdom Hearts were big ones. So I played through Kingdom Hearts. I know when Final Fantasy had spin-offs, like the one with the Vincent story, I got that. And there was a lot of fun games for the PS2 that I got. But once the 3 came around, I kind of like dropped God of War a little. So I hadn't really touched base with it, and then I came back to God of War handheld.
Oh yeah, you must have did Chains of Olympus.
Yeah, Chains of Olympus was what it was, and that was a lot of fucking fun.
Oh, dude, you need to try Ghost of Sparta.
Yeah, so I mean,
that's the best one out there so far.
No, yeah, definitely. I plan to revisit the God of War series. I'm hoping they'll put them on the PlayStation Now, so I could just pay $20, and then for a month I can play them all.
Well, you do know they remastered God of War 3 for the PS4.
They did. They remastered, but I want to binge it. I want to start at 1, and I want to go through the story, and I want to do it in one place at one time. This for the Resident Evil 20th anniversary. They put a lot of the Resident Evils on PlayStation Now, so you can play Revelations, you can play Revelations 2, you can play Code Veronica, and for the low price of $20 a month, you could play all these games, which isn't bad,
Well, you see now, that's what got me into video gaming in the first place was the first Resident Evil. That's what made me start wanting the video game. Was director's cut Resident Evil. That was it for me. Of course, Mortal Kombat, but that was it for me right there.
No, I can't remember. I mean, the earliest want for a video game, because I started. I'm not gonna lie to you. Even in the 90, 91, I started on an original NES. Like,
oh yeah, me too.
That's where I started. I would summers we would go visit family in Mexico, and family in Mexico had an NES with Duck Hunt and Mario World. And God, what was that other one? Ninja Gaiden. Jesus,
Double Dragon.
Fuck, Double Dragon.
Battletoads.
I never played Battletoads.
That was fun. It was like Double Dragon, but with toads.
There were a couple others that I didn't think were too fun. But yeah, I would like summers would be fun going to my aunt's house and just plugging in that N64 and playing with my mom. Because my mom grew up with that, or not N64, the NES. Because my mom grew up with that NES. So she got to play with it, and she loved playing Mario. And I love playing Mario, and at that you can play Mario. You can 2-player Mario. It would be the one person goes first and see how far you can get, and then the next person goes and it's like see if you can get further than the first person. And that was a lot of fucking fun.
That's what it was for my kids.
Yeah.
First NES, Duck Hunt, Mario World, Double Dragon. That's all we used to play together.
Yeah. And then eventually my mom saw how much fun I was having, and I got an NES for my own, so I wouldn't have to wait till summertime to go to Mexico on vacation to go play NES. So so I started on the NES, and then my mom got me one. I'd play that. I played it so much it would get to the point where, like, blowing the cartridges wouldn't even help. You would have to like stick a shoe in there to like keep the cartridge down because this thing was used up so much. Oh my goodness, just tons of fucking fun. And then after that, I didn't get anything. I didn't get anything till I rocked that NES for a really long time, until I was like 12, I want to say.
I'm in trouble. Oh, I'm down. Whoa, I got caught up on some stuff.
I got you, buddy. I'm holding stuff out here.
All right, we got to send something to TJ. Sent me a party invite a while ago.
I got you. Don't worry about it. Let me res you first because I'm the last one. And then I'm going to hop on my phone and I'm going to start fixing away.
I just got to get this.
Get people up so I can find a spot. But yeah, and then it was like 6 years with that NES. I literally ran that thing into its death. I remember playing Ninja Gaiden all the way through. That was hard and fun. So much fucking fun. The water levels in Mario. So yeah, that was all fantastic. And then, ooh,
we didn't do it.
I was texting TJ.
Yeah, it's all right.
We'll start another one fresh here. Give me a sec.
Yeah, let's hang out just a sec. Yeah, because I wanted to respond to him, but it's like I couldn't.
Yeah, I got it. Alright, I sent him the good old message.
Okay.
But yeah, and then I got, I think, at like the age of, 12, I got my PS1, I got a PlayStation 1. Boy, did that feel good. Crash Bandicoot.
What about when you got your Super Nintendo?
I never got a Super Nintendo, I'm telling you, man. I went NES.
You never got to play Killer Instinct?
I never got to play Killer Instinct.
Dude.
I remember a buddy of mine having a Sega, and I would go over there and play Sega. But yeah, it wasn't until like 96, 97 maybe. I want to say maybe a little later that I got my PlayStation. Because I didn't get a PlayStation when like the PlayStation first came out. I had a PlayStation like way after, when it was like in bundles and it came with like 2 free games.
Right.
You know, that's what my parents got me for Christmas. You know, it came with like NFL, Madden 99 or 98, one of those. It came with the Tetris, and it came with like one of those Army Men games.
Oh, Army Men 3D, the plastic army guys?
Yeah, the little plastic army guys.
Yeah, you just set up in your backyard and play, yeah.
So yeah, it came with those 3 games. Yeah, and then it was from PlayStation. I rocked that PlayStation for a really long time. So long, in fact, that it's like, I remember it was at least, I don't know, till at least 6-7 months after the Xbox came out. I was all PS1, and then I got an Xbox for my birthday, and I was like, oh, it's fucking Halo in my house. I don't have to travel, because I used to have to travel to go play Halo. So that was a beast. But that was, oof, good old times. We can go on for hours, but we're gonna cut this one here. Calling it back. Let's head over to a little segment I'm gonna call Cinema Madness. A lot of movie news. It looks like this summer's gonna be a nice summer for movies. And it looks like Disney is gonna fulfill their promise of coming out with a new Star Wars movie every fucking year.
Yep.
Which is cool. Damn, which is cool. At first I was like, oh man, you're just gonna crank these out, Disney, one after another. You're not gonna put any heart and soul into it. But you gotta hand it to Kathleen Kennedy, the person that Lucas, the president, I guess, for Lucasfilm, that George Lucas himself has been working with for a really long time, and has kind of handed the mantle to. She's really about keeping it old school. She's worked with George, you know. She knows the Star Wars universe as good as George Lucas does. So when she's at the head of this, making all this go, it looks fantastic. And after seeing The Force Awakens, I have plenty of hope for the next Star Wars movies.
Yes, Rogue One.
And then I saw the trailer to Rogue One, and boy, did my mind just explode. I saw it maybe 5 times. Like when I woke up, it was like on the Twitter feed. I clicked it. I must have watched it like 5 times before I even got up to pee. And even after that, I watched it some more. Jesus Christ, the attention to detail, amazing. It looks the minute it opens up and you see that Star Destroyer flying past what you think is just space, but ends up being like the fucking Death Star being finished.
Yeah, that I was like, what?
And then it looks so much like the original trilogy. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, yes. I had heard rumors that this movie was going to be a prequel to, Before A New Hope. And I heard rumors that they were going to do how the plans to the Death Star got stolen. And I had hoped that was true. I was like, that would be a really good story. And it looks like that's what they're doing. Fantastic.
I didn't think this was a prequel.
Yeah, this is a prequel to Star Wars Episode 4. So this is after 3, but before 4. This is literally, I want to say, weeks before Episode 4. So Leia gets the plans to the Death Star, and she puts them on R2 and sends R2 off because she gets captured. But the person that hands her, or that gets the plans for the Death Star are these rebels, from Rogue One.
So in Rogue One, Leia's young?
So in Rogue One, Leia is young. I don't think we're going to see any of the original trilogy characters. We might. Who knows? Disney has that magic. Disney has the technical capability of bringing a young Jeff Bridges, to form. If you've seen the Tron sequel, they show a young Jeff Bridges, and they did it again with Ant-Man, a young Michael Douglas. They can do it. They have the technology where they can make you look like you did in your 20s. So maybe, but I doubt it.
See, I always thought that this was the end of it, New Hope, 4, 5, and 6, where this is Star Wars. 1, 2, and 3 is this is why that happened, and 6, 7, and 8 are going now. That's how it ends.
Yeah. Well, with these,
that's not how it's going.
No, that's not how it's going. With these, well, it is how it's going on the main part, but what these are, they're side stories. So that's why it's not Episode 9. That's why it's called Rogue One, a Star Wars story. This is a Star Wars story. It's not an episode. It's a Star Wars story.
So they're gonna do one with Han Solo, right?
Yeah, yep. They're gonna do one with a young Han Solo, so that'll be a lot of fun to see.
Unleashed.
I gotta watch the time, dude. It's 9:30,
Yeah, no, it's fine, it's fine.
and I don't know what I'm gonna do here because I don't want to quit. But I have to step away for like 15 minutes.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I'm very excited for that, and it looks fantastic. Mon Mothma, Jesus, does that not look like Mon Mothma from fucking Return of the Jedi? That is uncanny. It is fantastic. There is gripe about the new lead for this Star Wars movie, the fact that she's a female lead, that we have another female hero.
So what?
Right, that's my thought of it. Is so what? You know, there's plenty of male heroes in this story. It's not like there's only one hero and she's a female. You know, I didn't think of that way. It was, Shirley Finn was a hero in episode 7. You know.
Yep.
Just because he wasn't the Jedi, or whatever, doesn't mean he's not a hero. Poe Dameron, hero of Star Wars. So I don't know. I don't think it really matters. I think it's cool. I don't think it's like a feminist movement type thing. I really think it is cool that girls have characters to look up to. They can have the same experiences that we had. I looked up to Obi-Wan Kenobi. Looked up to Yoda. People like this. Qui-Gon Jinn, Liam Neeson, Taken. Particular set of skills, and I have a lightsaber. Don't take my daughter. So, I think it's cool that they have role models that aren't the Kardashians, and that aren't the norm. Women need sci-fi heroes too, and not sci-fi heroes that are shoved into tights. Scarlett Johansson's fun and everything, but if my daughter dressed up like Scarlett Johansson, I probably wouldn't let her out of the house. Oh, Black Widow's cool and everything, honey, but I think that's too tight. Why can't you be like Black Widow in winter? It's winter, wear a coat. You're cold. You're on a mission in Russia. Can't wear a coat? So.
Guardian down.
Oh, in the surface. And Disney seems to be doing a lot of good. I mean, they bought the rights to Star Wars, they bought the rights to Marvel, and they're doing great jobs with both mediums, Sure, it is a little scary to see one company own that much of your childhood, but they're doing a better job than Michael Bay. Michael Bay ruined Transformers and the Turtles for me, so thank you, Disney, for doing stuff right. Is all I have to say.
Alright, shit. Alright. We have got to fly through this boss.
Last boss? Fly through it.
Yeah. I'm like, my time is like so bad right now.
So bad. Okay. We got this.
Yeah. Actually, I might have to sit here just for a minute. I'll be right back.
Alright.
You face the final round.
Yeah, Disney doing a lot of good things. Superheroes seem to be thriving. The new Civil War trailer, pretty amazing. It's pretty fun. It looks like Spider-Man's in it. I like that I like that Sony is sharing Spider-Man. I can't wait to see Spider-Man in a.
He went out there good. Just hang on.
Yep. In a Marvel setting as opposed to a Sony setting. The Amazing Spider-Man movies I didn't really like so much. Sam Raimi movies, Sam Raimi Spider-Man. The first one was a little bonky. The second one was pretty good. You know, once you got over the little nuances of Peter Parker that weren't in the comics that were added. No web shooters. So it was pretty good. You know, Doc Ock. I remember seeing that movie probably like 7 times in theaters. I would just like in the summers, me and my buddies would go and we'd see it. But you know, a lot of that character, it was good, but it wasn't the best it could be. And now I feel that with Marvel sharing the character with Sony and having all that input, I think Spider-Man could come back and could be amazing. It could be the Amazing Spider-Man, is what I'm trying to tell you folks. So hopefully we'll see how that goes. It looks great. I like that they're adding. I love the eyes. I love the eyes in that trailer. The Spider-Man eyes. You finally get the wall crawler's expressions. So that's fantastic. And even though for this Captain America Civil War, even though they're not staying true to the Civil War storyline from the comics, because it'd be very hard to do so. Even though they're not doing that, it looks solid and it looks like a good story. And at the end of the day, that's all you want in a movie is a really good fucking story. If you're just gonna throw fucking visual effects at me, I'm gonna sit down and be bored for a while. It's gonna look good, but it's not gonna do it for me. They also our main boss is big and ugly over there. The Defiler.
I'm not done yet. I just added one in here real quick.
I know, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm holding it down over here with the berry.
Alright, cool.
They got the Doctor Strange trailer out too. He's pumping out superheroes.
I saw that.
That Cumberbatch was good as
Khan.
As Khan. Boy, did I love his Khan. Oh my god.
I'll be back.
Cool. And the fact that he's coming in is Doctor Strange, I think that's going to be great. I think he looks good, and I think he's an actor that could definitely put himself in that role and do it right. So that'll be exciting, and it's going to be a trippy looking movie. So that'll be a lot of fun just to watch, because Doctor Strange has always been a trippy comic book when you're dealing with other dimensions and other realms, and sometimes literally like a dimension will be collapsing in on itself and like it starts looking trippy. So it'll be a visual experience as well as a good story. And it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm gonna have fun with that one. It's gonna be the summer of fucking. It's gonna be the year of superheroes. With the Wonder Woman movie coming out later in the winter, maybe fall, and Captain America: Civil War, and Doctor Strange comes out in November, I think it is. If I'm not mistaken, November 4th. It's going to be a year. And these are just the things that we know about. There's other things that are being worked out that we don't know about. Things that are going to be released that we don't know about. So it's going to be a fun year for movies in general. Oh, definitely can't wait for Star Wars. Fucking Rogue One is gonna be fantastic. I'm so giddy over that. You bud?
No, not totally. I'm just trying to do something here in between things that I got to do.
I know, buddy. I know. It's all good.
What's flying all over the place.
Oh. So yeah, last segment we'll be doing for the day. I'm gonna call. Yeah. See, let's call it. Call it Morning Blaze. This is last segment we're gonna call Morning Blaze. This is a segment where we give you some pop news. This is where some pot news. We're gonna give you some marijuana news. Why? Because it's time to move forward. It's time to move forward with our lives. It has medical uses, and people shouldn't go to jail for a joint.
No.
That's fucking terrible. So, and I understand that this will be one of those points where viewers might disagree, or someone's gonna get upset with these point of views. But fortunately, I think they are right, and there's a lot of people that back me up on this. But to keep it light, and fruitful. Yeah. This segment we're just gonna give you some little pot news. We're gonna tell you how it's going in the medical community and how it's going as far as states and legalization. Oh Lord. So yeah, if I could just stop being in dire situations and I can talk.
Okay. I'll be back again, but I'm still here.
All right, buddy. All right.
Well, it's that time, man. There's nothing I can do about it.
It's all good, buddy. Don't worry about it. So yeah, and I got a couple articles here today. I'm gonna mention. So the first one is a study of a history of marijuana use associated with improved short-term outcomes in heart attack patients. So it's basically a study that was done here. Let me see if I can. It's a study that was done on heart attack patients with a history of cannabis use, and they're less likely to die during hospitalization for heart condition procedures. It looks like, according to the data presented this month at the 2016 meeting of the American College of Cardiology, investigators from the University of Colorado compared hospital records for over 3,800 heart attack patients who acknowledged having consumed cannabis or had tested positive for it to those 1.2 million who haven't. And they're called the controls, because obviously it's a controlled experiment. They less risk of heart attack. Says marijuana. A little Telesto here. Oh, and I'm down. Good job. And I'm out again. And a little Telesto.
Alright, you're up. Oh, I almost got you.
Okay. And one up. And two. Marijuana positive patients possessed a lower mortality risk during hospitalization and were at lower risk for intra-aortic balloon pump placement compared to those people who hadn't smoked. consume marijuana. Authors did not speculate as to why cannabis use may be linked to improved short-term survival rates, and it did not rule out the possibility that the association may be due to other confounding variables. Yeah, of course there's other variables. There always will be, especially when dealing with marijuana. Because not only do people get bummed out when they have surgeries, right? People, when they go under the knife, they get bummed out, even if it's just a small procedure. You go into a hospital, you're not in your house anymore. You're in a room that you don't know, surrounded by people you don't know. You're being poked and prodded and opened and tested, and naturally you feel a little weird. So it does put this stress on the body. So, if you undergo a heart attack and you're not exactly 100% comfortable about being in a situation like a hospital, then of course you're gonna come out of it with stress, and you're gonna be stressed that you might have another heart attack. And people try to do stuff right, and they try to live right, but a lot of us love what we love, and we keep doing it until the day we die. Be it burgers, video games, or whatever. But if people who are consuming marijuana, they're out, and a lot of them, it almost sounds like an oxymoron, but a lot of them are out and active. You get baked and you feel like doing stuff. You're out for a walk. You're active. You're not depressed. You're not inside. And of course, this helps out for heart patients to be more active. So you're at lower risk for stuff. But on top of it, it has other medical uses, and it's nice to see a little link to the heart there. It's always I know heart disease. Heart disease is a big one in America. It's one of the biggest killers here. Besides the cigarettes and whatnot, alcohol and drunk driving and the accidents.
Taste victory.
It's sweet. After this, let's go to the reef and let me sit there for a minute.
Yep, sounds good. Don't worry about it.
I actually made it.
Your treasure awaits.
Oh, I made it.
Yeah, don't die.
Nope. Let's hit this chest, and then we'll talk about this other article here. There we go. It looks like so. This one I like. It was published in the Journal of Pain. It's chronic pain patients with legal access to medical cannabis significantly decreased their use of opiates, which is great. Investigators.
What, my baby?
I'll take a second. I have to wait for the reward screen. I don't want to lose anything. Investigators at the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, conducted a retrospective survey of 244 chronic pain patients. All of the subjects in the survey were qualified under Michigan law to consume medical cannabis and frequented an area dispensary to obtain it. Among the study participants, medical cannabis use was associated with 64% decrease in opiate use, which is a pretty great number when you're bringing down the use of painkillers that a lot of people unfortunately overuse or get addicted to. It says the study suggests that many chronic patients are essentially substituting medical cannabis for opiates and other medications for chronic pain treatment, and finding the benefit and side effect profile of cannabis to be greater than other of these medications. About 40 people die daily from opiate overdoses, according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control. So when you're decreasing that by 64%, and and you can substitute a lot of your pain medication for cannabis medication that isn't going to kill you, isn't going to make you feel down, isn't going to damage your liver. That's fantastic. And long-term daily use of herbal cannabis has been shown to mitigate analgesia and significantly reduce opioid use in chronic pain patients unresponsive to conventional therapies. Observational studies also show lower levels of opioid-related abuse and mortality in jurisdictions where patients are permitted medical cannabis access. So already people are seeing less abuse of pain pills and pain medication and less deaths of pain medication where cannabis is medically legal. So the numbers are there. Less dead people, less addicted people. I think that's fantastic. I think studies like this are a start, but until the DEA reschedules it and we can move past stigmas and stereotypes, we got a long way to go.
Transfer interaction.
We're starting here, and we're doing some good, and of course, we love what we're doing. I mean, it's amazing when you see someone, for example, who has seizures all the time, and then when they find relief from medical cannabis and they don't seize up anymore and they can do things with family members. Cancer patients who won't eat or get depressed because they're going through chemo and they're losing their hair and they're losing little bits of their soul. But with medical cannabis, they get their appetite back. They feel better. In general, their mood is just uplifted. And it's just it's a crime. It's a crime to keep this from people. Not letting them use it, penalizing them for using it. Because in the end, it doesn't hurt anyone. So I'm glad studies like this are being made, and they're being conducted, and they're proven points. But again, stepping stone towards what we have. A ways. Hopefully, legalization for recreational use. Because you can go out, get wasted, get in the car, and drive. But I can't spark up in my home and watch a movie. Or I can, but it's illegal. And I get fined, or I can get thrown in jail, I can get arrested. For wanting to watch a movie. And then we got here a group of about 50 physicians, a little more actually, including a former Surgeon General and other faculty members at some of the nation's leading medical schools, have formed the first national organization of doctors to call on states and the federal government to legalize and regulate the use of marijuana in the interest of public health. Awesome. Doctor support is good support. The group, which is announcing its formation Monday, so yesterday, under the name Doctors for Cannabis Regulation, so the DFCR, is endorsing the legalization of marijuana for adult recreational use, a break from the position of the American Medical Association, the largest organization of doctors in the country. The DFCR argues that the prohibition and criminalization of marijuana use does more harm than good citing hundreds, of course, thousands of annual marijuana arrests, some based on racial and economic disparities. And the role of prohibition, keeping the marijuana prices high and lucrative for violent drug dealers. Of course, not all drug dealers are violent, money-spending hogs. Some of them are, some are plumbers. Some of them are music producers. Some of them are family men who have young men with families who are just trying to earn a little extra income. So there's not always that violent aspect to a drug dealer. But again, that's all because it all gets lumped in. It all gets lumped in together. The hard drugs with the soft drugs. So, physicians say that creating a legal and regulated marijuana market is the best way to ensure public safety, combat the illicit drug trade, and roll back the negative consequences of strict enforcement policies on disadvantaged communities. And yeah, it's true. You see it in places. Certainly places like Chicago, where it is a little bit of racial profiling. And if you're a young white guy with some weed, the cop will take it and you go on your merry way. But sometimes if you're not, you get thrown in the back of a cop car and you get drug possession.
I'm back.
I got you, buddy. You get drug possession charges. So yeah, a lot of times it is economic based, racial based profiling. Unfortunately. The emergence of the group comes at a critical moment, of course, in the national debate over marijuana legalization. More than 60% of the public now says that they support marijuana legalization. Support for allowing medical use of marijuana with doctor supervision is actually closer to 90%. Over 35 million Americans, let me repeat this, over 35 million Americans. One more time. Over 35 million Americans use marijuana recreationally each year. Plumbers, lawyers, people who live down the street, your next door neighbor. They might not tell you that they smoke weed because it's a little bit of a stigma and stereotype that comes with it. But 35 million people aren't lying. And according to the latest, the latest federal statistics. Research organizations, medical groups, and even many national lawmakers have called on federal authorities to revisit the policies towards marijuana that have remained essentially unchanged for nearly 50 years. So yeah, we got some moving forward to do here, especially with people who need it medically. And Gal, you're one of those people,
Yes.
You take back medication. You take a lot of these hydrocodone and a lot of these opiates, and you have been, right?
Yeah, for years.
For years, and of course, it's had an effect on your mood. I'm sure taking these so long aren't as active as you used to be.
Depressing.
It's a little depressing. I mean, I feel you. So I think this will be very uplifting and changing. And I think it's wrong to say, if you're not dying of something, you can't have it. A depression is a condition that could be fixed with marijuana instead of Prozac.
And keep in mind, marijuana is not man-made.
Yeah, natural.
Yep.
Of course, a little help from man, but yeah. So yeah, that has been this week's Morning Blaze, and
Morning Blaze.
Morning Blaze. That's that segment. So yeah, so today's been great. We actually went over the time I wanted to go, but we've had a good time. I think
And my fault. I had to leave for a little bit.
it's okay. Don't worry about it. That's we actually should have started at 6 a.m. instead of it's almost 7. Then Sugar would have been here for 2 nightfalls, and we would have had.
Yeah.
But that's fine. Don't worry. We'll be back next week. Um,
Yeah.
Waking up with Soup and Sugar. We'll have some more video game, movie, and weed news for you guys.
Which is always a good thing.
Which is always a good thing. My buddy and fire team member here, my right hand man, DJ Gao, my morning fire team brother. He is a lyricist. The man writes lyrics, so I like the stuff that he writes. I read it sometimes on the bus to work, and some deep thought after I read it. You got a 40-minute bus ride. Takes you about 10-15 minutes to read through this, and then for the rest of the bus ride, you're just kind of like, whoa, So if he's been published in Ion Indie Magazine,
8 times now.
8 times now.
Ion Indie Magazine. It's an
Ion
online
Indie
magazine.
So if you want to go check out Ion Indie Magazine, what was the last month that you were published in there?
Just last month.
Just last month. So
yep.
March.
Yeah, and it's funny too because before, like when I first started, I would have to submit something to Chaos's Corner, which is written by Sean Peters, who's like a totally awesome guy, and Kiki Plesha, she's like the main person behind Ion Indie,
okay.
And I would have to submit stuff to Chaos, and then he would go through it and see what it is. But now, since he knows my stuff so well, he'll just go on my page and grab one and put it in there. And then let me know later that he put one in. Yeah. He goes, here, I check out this magazine, you're in it. And I'm like, oh, geez, really?
Jeez.
So, I don't even have to submit anymore. He just goes and grabs one.
He just goes and grabs them. So there you go, folks.
There's that many.
Check out Ion Indie Magazine. Of course, you won't be looking for DJJ Gao. You'll be looking for Dave Jersey. If you guys also want to look him up on Facebook, Dave Jersey.
Either Plattsburgh, New York, or Dave Jersey /923. And if you want to see any of my lyrics, just go to my photos because I always attach a photo to a song. That way it's easier to find.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much, DJ. And I advise you guys to go check that out because I'm telling you, he's got some pretty good lyrics. I got a couple of friends that, they play guitars, they play drums, they play some music. DJ's got the lyrics. I'm hoping one of these days those two worlds will come together and maybe I'll hear one of DJ's songs come to life.
That would be really cool.
That'd be really cool. As far as me, I am the Irresistible Soopkichen, and you can find me on Twitter at Soopkichen. I'm always retweeting Destiny, Division stuff, Star Wars stuff when it happens. I want you guys to have the news the minute I see it. I always tweet out when I go live on Twitch, and like I said, we'll be doing this morning show every Tuesday morning. It'll be live Tuesday morning on Twitch. I'll upload it probably either Thursday. I'll try it for Thursday, but definitely Friday. I'll upload it to YouTube, and you guys can find me there, Soopkichen. So yeah, check us out. Come say hi. And we'll see you next week on Waking Up with Soup and Sugah. Thank you very much, guys. Stick around for my Destiny stream, but as far as this show, it's over. Peace.